Alright, what's up everyone? We haven't heard from you a while, but it's Knifing and Vex back with another episode of our podcast. Today is just kind of gonna be like a quicker, more just like spitballing podcast. We're just gonna like throwing topics out there and talking about them and our thoughts and everything. So let us know if you enjoy it. If you don't know who we are, I'm Knifing. Um, I've been on YouTube and I'm a competitive zombies player. And then I'll let my co-anchor introduce himself.
Yeah, my name is Vax, and I stream on Twitch as well, like high round zombies and speedrunning and stuff like that.
Alright. Well, yeah, just kind of a short intro. If you don't know who we are, and you want to
Yeah,
learn
like I don't
more,
want to
you
give like
can,
a long ass intro about who I am.
yeah, you
Like
can
we
just
did,
kind of just go back and
like yeah,
look
like
at
the
our
the
other
first few episodes,
podcasts.
like we kind of give like a big breakdown of who we were, but now it's just
Yeah,
like people know who we are, so
yeah.
it's
Anyways, yeah, so since we've last made a podcast, a lot of stuff have happened in the community, a lot of bigger stuff. Um, two like pretty big world records were broken. We got I guess we'll start out with the most recent one. HGM Rick got a 208 on Shang. Um,
yeah.
this is like probably one of the most impressive games in zombies this year. The guy played.
I mean,
He was like the
compare
first
it
person to get like
to
a 130, a 140, a 150, instas, everything on playing Simtex. Like,
Yeah, no, I think I remember telling you, like, in one of our first episodes when we were talking about, okay, what's possible on this map, when we were talking about Semtex Shang, I brought up, like, HGM Rick, and now he's, like, seems to be, like, the only person who makes it anywhere out of anybody, and I would watch him play, and it seemed like he was, like, the one player, or, like, compared to everyone else who actually, like, understood the strat better than anyone, and knew how to make it consistent. Um, because like no one else even had instas playing Semtex before this. So I think the highest Semtex round before he got this 208 was like 130 something, wasn't it?
yeah, I think so.
So like nowhere near reset. Like it was in like the
Yeah,
130s, and I
nowhere
think I
near.
think it was him who had like that 130 something too. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So like no one else has really made it nearly as far as he has playing the strat. I know Krups can't even like get to around 80. Like I know that's sort of like a meme how he can't
A
get to
lot of
like
people can't even get to like around 80, dude.
yeah. And I do know he like HMRC has been playing for years at this point. I don't know how long, but he's been playing Semtex for years now. So I just
Really.
yeah, I don't know how much, but I know he's been playing for years and
Oh,
like just Semtex in general years. Um, so he has like the experience as well. Um, yeah, I just think it's super crazy because like everyone was saying, oh, it's not possible. It's
yeah, I mean, I
Semtex
was one of those
reset.
people, dude. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's theoretically possible, but like, no one's gonna be able to reset on Simtex.
And
Like, I
honestly, like
literally
he
said
he
that like
made
our
he
last
made that
podcast
shit look he
episode.
made that shit look easy though. You
Dude,
know.
he, I don't know what he did, but he made it more consistent. Like, I don't know. Did you see him playing instas, bro? That shit looked so stressful.
Yeah, you actually yeah like the instas where you like throw Semtexes and like the certain parts in the room,
Yeah.
like in the
Um,
window, like on the barricade, on the bottom, like on the roof, like you have to be like that's not an easy insta strat, you know.
yeah,
It's
you have to
and
be
you have
coordinated.
to like also know like okay, oh shit, like I gotta back up here and like shoot a bow shot or like sort of thing where it's like you can sort of sense that um you're in trouble or something, so you can just like back up like to like the
Yeah.
door and then just shoot like a bow shot. Like that's what I've seen him doing. Yeah, it's not an
Yeah.
easy insta kill strat. It's
And
it's a
see,
it's a different one, you know.
yeah, something also that's gonna like so normally when someone like Furret gets a like he gets work like Shane playing M16, everyone's like Semtex it's just kind of for fun, but We're not gonna get shit on it, right? And then yeah, for playing M16, it's like, yeah, we're never gonna be able to push his record. He had great trades and he played fast as shit. Thing about Rex game is he had horrible trades. Like he
Yeah,
had
I don't.
some good ones and any bad ones. Some good ones, some bad ones. Like one of his last trades was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I seen that like one of his last trades in like the late 200s was like 30 some minutes. Which also it's like you trade like a lot slower on Shang than you do like Reese or like I don't know about Reese because you like actually like play trade strat, but like you're hitting traps and shit. But compared to like Ascension where like you're just spamming it over and over,
Yeah,
so like a 37-minute trade on Shang might be like a 25-minute on Ascension, just because like
yeah,
you lose a lot of time because like the boxes you can't really spam them, and you got to be very smart.
yeah.
Um,
Some of them
take your time and like be
you have to
patient.
take your time. Like waterfall box, you just have to play slow.
Yeah,
Pretty sure you have to play the AK one slow. Um,
yeah, like, or like even the spawn one, like that looks sketch. Like
yeah, that's sketchy
a
as
lot
fuck.
of
I've
the
seen Ferg
boxes
get
are,
trapped there a
yeah, a lot
lot.
of the boxes are sketch, and you got to be patient with the boxes. You can't just like I said,
Rush them.
it's not like Ascension where you can just like all the box spots are somewhat easy and you can just sort of just spam them over and over and over.
Yeah, like if you fuck up on Shane, you're dead. But
Yeah,
like you could fuck up on Ascension and you know, you have so much open room, you can most likely get out of it. Another bad thing about trading like by the waterfall, zombies can get trapped so much. Like they can get trapped in a doorway leading the waterfall. They can get trapped in the actual waterfall. They can get like stuck in the wall, in the ground. It's like horrible. Just I've seen it happen to Rick. He almost died. I'm pretty sure like right before he hit instas, he got trapped by the waterfall. It was like 162. He got trapped by the waterfall. Um, and he was about to die because they was stuck. Couldn't move.
yeah, um, yeah. Just you gotta be like pay attention a lot,
You have to,
while
yeah.
trading on
I
that
mean,
map.
that's what that the whole thing with Rick is that he did that. He like I don't know. He like you were saying like he can kind of like sense when he needed to like shoot a bow
Shoot a
shot
bow,
or
yeah, no,
wait
yeah, like
or
that's what I saw too when I was watching him like trade. Like he sort of knew like he knew like what risk to take and what like not to take, like to push a
yeah.
box hit to like back up, lose 5 seconds, hit the box, but it's worth it. Um, so yeah, I saw people in Rick's stream saying that like 212 was possible.
I think
Um,
so. I think 212.
yeah, well, okay, I don't really know the differences between Semtex strategies, but there's different ones. I know that Krups made one called Semtex V8, and it's like zero point 0.5 SPH faster um, than what he did. I'm pretty sure. I saw that in the chats. I don't know the differences between the two, like I'm not a Semtex player. And zero point 0.5 SPH is like a lot of time over, like a lot of time over time saved.
Hmm.
Um, so there's that. And yeah, no, I just saw like Fur and everyone saying like we think like 212 plus is possible. So yeah, again, I don't know. I'm not a Shine player. Like I don't know how you would save the time. But maybe just playing a faster Semtex strategy. And maybe just getting better like RNG, like trade luck, than Rick.
That's there. Yeah, I think the biggest thing between someone beating it again is
They're gonna have to grind it.
learning how to play syntax like Rick. Rick's been the only person to play syntax consistently. I mean Tango, but I mean Tango played it. I mean he got
Yeah,
I think he got a
Tango.
couple 100 pluses.
Yeah, Tango played it, but Tango
He's
doesn't
not
even.
consistent
I
enough.
don't even think Tango plays anymore. And
Yeah.
yeah, like he didn't. Like he never did what like did what Rick did and like played like a really good game.
Rick was just more consistent with it. Um, he
Yeah,
he didn't like almost die every 30 seconds basically. Like you see a lot of Simtex players do. Um, it I don't know. I don't know what he did. I think maybe it was him putting a board on the barrier and just I just think his knowledge of just learning that room um is just
yeah. No,
completely different compared to everyone
he's
else.
the best at it, man, for sure. Like no one has gotten close to as far as he did. Like by
Yeah,
far.
his
Like he reset. Like no one's been to instas before. Like he just blew everyone like out of the water with that game,
yeah,
running that strategy at least.
I guess we'll have to
I
see
wonder
if
if like Fur's pissed at all because like Fur grinded M16 for like the longest time, got like a god
like three
game
months.
206, and he's just like was probably like so happy and satisfied with that shit just for this guy to like play Semtex and just beat it. um,
Literally less than a year later. Like his record stood for less than a year.
yeah.
It's
So
horrible, man.
to beat this 2-way, you gotta play Semtex. So I don't think anyone's gonna be playing M16 anymore. Like there's no reason to. Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, to be honest, like I think the only player who's gonna beat it is like Furret, because like for like
Bird is Slayer.
I don't even think Slayer will. Like I just don't see Slayer like putting in the time and like grinding that strat out. Like I really don't. Like I really think that
Well,
for Furret will probably whenever Furret's he wants a Santina world record, he wants Shino world record. Whenever that shit gets done, which who knows when that shit will be done, but like he's gonna probably go back to Semtex and try to get his Shang world record back.
yeah. Dude, I feel like Furry got that shit. He was like, bro, this game's such a good game. Ain't no one gonna beat this shit. Simtex isn't fucking possible. And then here comes HC America, and then Furry's like, fuck. I gotta play this shit again.
Yeah, like how much did he grind for that 206?
I think like um 3 months, like straight.
Yeah, so
I
that's
don't think
like
he didn't grind for that record like too long. Cause I remember that's when I first started following Fur, and I was like, whoa, um, that's like really cool. Like I'm learning so much from this guy. So that's kind of like when I followed him. I literally watched him grind Shang, and then I watched him get world record. He was actually on his world record game. He was like, I think he was like right before Instas, and he took it down in spawn trading, and he was literally right about to quit. And I was like, do not quit. Do not. This is your fucking game. Do not quit, dude. Um, and then he kind of like sit there for a second, and then I guess he listened. So he didn't quit, and he played out the game and got the world record.
yeah, like I don't think for it like I don't think he I don't know, I remember him talking about Semtex and he was saying, dude, we don't even know if it's viable because like you can miss like a certain amount of zombies like with your shots and the insta strat is slower than M16, so you don't really even know if it's viable because you lose time on
Yeah,
insta rounds and stuff like that. Um, but I think this game sort of proved like, yeah, um,
and it proved that there's still like
what'd you say? I was talking to somebody.
I don't know. I
I had my
forgot.
mic muted, dude. You forget, dude. Are you all right? All right, yeah.
All right. I think. Um, Another thing that's happened in the community is Krups. He beat the World at War Darice world record. That's something that's pretty big. How long has that one stood? That one stood for a while.
Maybe 2 or 3 years,
Yeah, because I wasn't even in the
probably.
community when he got that.
Yeah, I think he beat it. I think he got like a 152, right?
Did he? Bro, I don't even know. I didn't even watch the game. I was just kind of like, I
Yeah,
don't
he.
know. Like, what award Doris just doesn't seem appealing to me. It's just you're just kind of running KJ the entire game. But, um, Corpse has also been the only person to be able to do that. So he's like Rick in a way. Um,
Well,
the only person.
you could still push it to like 200 plus if you don't die, like he
Yeah, but
did.
you want to go do that?
No, I'm just saying, like
That's
someone
the
could
thing.
go beat that shit.
I
Someone
mean,
could play like the slow strat and beat it on console. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think Krups will probably replay it again and probably get higher.
I guess we'll have to see. He'll probably play it again. I don't know. Props kind of sticks to what it were. Um, his his thing, I guess.
Well, I haven't been seeing him play like an MBO1 like nearly as much as World at War recently. I think
I think he's kind of like giving up on that the whole scene of BO1.
I don't know if he's giving up on
Understandable
it
though.
or he's just really focusing on World at War and just wants to. I think he has like a better time on World at War, knowing that he is the
Achieved a lot.
best at. He's like the best at that game, and he's probably just much better at that game. Um, than BO1. He's probably just has like a better time playing it.
Yeah.
Even though like he's told me like how much he fucking hates the game. Like World at War is a
Probably like
shit.
the motivation factor for him.
Like World at War is a shit zombies game, right? Like it's very glitchy. Zombies mechanics are just weird as fuck.
There's
Um,
nothing really consistent about it.
yeah, it's just a bad game, but I just think he likes playing it just because like he has all the world records on it, and when he streams it, he's streaming like he's streaming a game he's the best at, and he has like he's puts like so much hours into the game. So I think that's just sort of why he would rather play World at War with BO1.
That's understandable to be honest.
I actually haven't really even seen him try to high round like BO1. Like he'll go for
It's
speed
just kind of like a
runs,
speed run. So yeah.
like on Kino and Kino. He'll speed run. I remember him speed running 30s and 50s on Kino. I remember him obviously Semtex. I think Shang he has like a bunch of. I think he has like the 50 or 70 on Shang, and
They're like the 30 and 70, I think. And 50. I think he has 30, 70, and 50, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. And like that strat he plays. Like I don't know. He doesn't really try for high rounds on BO1.
It's just
For
kind of
some
more for
reason.
speed.
Yeah.
Um, did you watch AZA's game, his co-op that he did recently?
Nope. What was it?
AZA and I think his name was like Jur or something like that. They had a co-op and they was like I think it was like 107. They only had like 2 hours of sleep or something.
On Call of the Dead, right?
Yeah, on Call of the Dead. Um,
Did they die or
and
leg it?
they DC'd.
Well,
It was doing really good.
I assume they were probably ahead of Zombie and Eggman. Or maybe they weren't. I don't know. I know that Zombie
They
and
were what?
Eggman. Were they ahead of Zombie and Eggman? Like the world
Uh,
record?
Pretty sure they were. Their trades are really bad though. I mean, I don't know if they would have gotten world record, but I think AZA. would have pulled less sleep than the other guy. I mean, than the like Zomba and Eggman because they pulled a lot of sleep. So,
That's what I
um,
mean. Like you could probably just beat that record by getting less sleep.
yeah, I want to really play a Call of the Dead co-op one day. Actually, um,
I mean, it's not that. I think it's an easy map.
I think for co-op it's easy. Solo, I feel like it's pretty difficult. Cause like I mean, think about it. Like solo, like you do not have a lot to go off of. Solo, you have a PhD. That's it. You flop until like 80, and then you just go hit the hot box a whole bunch until you box air. That's that's Call of the Dead. Does not sound fun at all playing that solo. Um, I think that's about all that's happened in the community recently, though. I mean, we got the 208 um by Rick. We got I think the 152 by Corrupts. I think it's 152. Um, and then AZA and that guy had a good game, but
I don't
they
really take.
DC'd.
I don't know. I don't really. I didn't really watch AZ's game. I don't really take his game serious, I guess. But
Well, I mean, other than Eggman and Zomba, they were like the closest to like world record this year.
yeah, I guess.
Actually,
Well, didn't
I
Furret
think
and
Furret,
Kebab
yeah,
play a fucking game?
yeah,
And I think they DC'd.
yeah,
And
that's they DC'd as well.
yeah, I remember that.
Dude.
Oh, what shit?
Yeah.
What about dude, well, I guess like
What?
UNESCO got like Shang first year world record, but I don't know if we
Oh
want to talk
yeah,
about
he
that.
did. He did get a Shank first remote record.
Yeah, I think he got like
Um,
60 something, right?
yeah, yeah, he did. What I feel like he could get like really high Shank.
Well, like on Shang, you have Jug and you have Flopper, so it's a lot faster than most first room maps. Because
Yeah, I
flopping
mean,
does like a lot
I'm
of
just thinking.
damage compared to like M14ing.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you could like get fire sales from the monkeys?
And hit the box. That'd
Dude,
be
and hit the
that, dude.
box.
Imagine getting like, oh, dude, you'd have to like
First room
use the baby
instas.
gun first room. That'd be crazy.
Dude, that'd be something else. 5 and 5, make that a thing. Make that a patch. You can flip fire sales without having moved the box.
I guess we know, dude. We can talk about Jermaine's 5 game.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of it, but he beat his PB, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got like 188 or 187. He game overed.
Yeah.
I think his prior PB to that was like 163. And anyone who's like, involved with like watching like zombies on like BO1 zombies, like like Jermaine has been grinding his fucking ass off on that map for like a long
Yeah, and
time.
he still is. I mean,
Yeah, like he's been grinding for that 240, I guess. And I remember him telling me like I think he was like a little bit over like an hour ahead of Imesco. Like Imesco's
whoa,
237 to instas. Um, so that's good.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows where he can save that time and stuff.
Yeah, I know
I
he
feel like
wants.
if
I know. I
anyone's
know.
gonna
He. I
get,
know he wants 240, but like an hour
I
ahead
f
of 237 isn't 240 pace. It's like
no,
238 probably.
but I
Um,
mean that's just. I mean he still has a lot of rounds to go.
it's a lot of
He's at like
improvement,
50.
But yeah, but like also UMass only missed like 7 in his game, so it's like 7 is good, and it's sort of hard to
Yeah,
make that time on him in like those instas rounds because he didn't miss that many.
yeah,
Sort of like Furt's 240 where he didn't miss that many, so yeah, you might be a way ahead to instas, but it's gonna be hard to save more time past instas because he didn't like miss that much. So in reality, for a 240, like on Ascension, let's say you're like 20 minutes ahead of Fur to 240 or two instas. That's not really 240 pace. I mean, technically it is, but like you're gonna lose more time past instas and gain time. Um,
Yeah.
sort of. So yeah, I mean, Jermaine, like he'll like it's improvement, which is good. You know, I know he didn't have a 100 for like 2 or 3 months um recently,
Yeah.
and he got the 187, which is good. And I think he's not gonna stop until he gets world record. So I think eventually, like Jermaine will have 5 record. It'll just happen just because he just grinds it more than anyone, and
Yeah, man.
he's the only one who grinds it as hard, and seems like the only player who could probably beat Yumesco's 237. Um, so yeah, I think he'll definitely get a record eventually, whether that be this year or next year. Um, because you can just tell he's like really motivated for it, and like yeah, like he'll get it for sure. Just
Yeah.
needs
I
to
don't. I
not
mean,
die.
just don't die, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Jermaine. You actually followed me on Twitch last night. I woke up this morning and I looked. I was like, oh shit, Jermaine followed me. Oh.
Yeah, no, he watches
Um.
every one of our podcasts. He was asking me like
Really?
the other day, like, dude, where the fuck's the podcast? Because we didn't upload one for like weeks. He's just like, dude, where's it at? And he's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
My
Damn, I didn't even realize he listened
yeah,
to it.
no, he watches everyone. Yeah.
Hmm. I guess. I mean, dude. Apparently, a lot of people have been enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go into like people's chat and they're like, "Holy shit, that's knifing, dude! I love your podcast." I was like, "All right, thanks, bro."
Yeah. Cause like, yeah. I mean, we got like a lot of good reception, which is good.
Yeah. Like you and me, like a while ago, we was like chilling in Zomba's chat, and like some like people were coming in there. I was like, "Yo, is that knifing and Vex?" And it was like, "Yo." Um, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool the like support that we get on it. Like
Yeah.
it was
Like I
funny because
said,
at
like
first
the
we was
only
like,
reason like
"Bro, if
the only reason we would not do this podcast, I think, is if we got like no support. So like the fact we're
yeah, I
getting
mean we
support,
said if
it's
we wasn't gonna get any support the first video, we was gonna
yeah, it did a
like
lot better than
be
I.
done with
Yeah,
it."
no, to be honest, it exceeded my expectations.
Dude, it did better than any video on my channel. Dude, it had
Dude, cause I was
over
promoting,
100
cause I
views
think
like
I might have been in
under
like,
eight
I might
hours.
have been like in the middle of a game or something on Ascension, like 100 plus, and like I remember I had
Yeah.
like 50 or 60 views. I remember telling you like, dude, I got like 60 views, dude, and I didn't even get hosted,
Yeah.
and like I had it in my title
Yeah, I
like
remember.
exclamation mark podcast, and I was just like, oh, and a lot of people were like hitting it, and like so maybe that's why. But yeah, it's cool.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, it seems like they're still doing good. I mean,
Yeah, I mean like the
um,
last one to go with Mike for sure.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, definitely. To be honest, like if anyone hasn't listened to the one with Mike, that's our best podcast yet. I'm not even kidding.
yeah, no, I
It's
really liked
really,
the one
really
with
good.
Mike. I thought it was fun talking. I think there was like a lot of funny shit we talked about. I feel like we could have probably talked for even longer, even though it went for an hour and 40. I felt like we could probably go for like
Yeah, I
longer.
mean, it was
But
good. I think like that was a big step up from our past episodes.
for sure, yeah.
And this one's kind of just like a spitball. Like we have a whole bunch of guests lined up, or people we want to get on. I'm trying to get on Johnny J. I'm wondering if he'll get on with us, talk about it. I feel like it would be pretty cool to kind of compare our side of zombies to his side of zombies.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
Teach him some stuff, and we plan to have Krups on it at some point. Maybe
Zomba.
Nick Zombies might come on. Zomba. Um, I want to have Cryptic Novas on at some point. I'd really like to have him on. He's really good when it comes to talking about stuff. Yeah. Also, in fact, I asked you this before. This is, but I asked you like this before, like we started. But like, what do you think of like Halo coming out in like all that,
Okay,
like the
well,
new
actually,
games that are coming out.
we can talk about Halo, but we can also talk about Vanguard because I think we said like we would talk about it. Um, so we'll just give like our input on Vanguard, and then we can talk about Halo, I guess, if you want.
Yeah,
Because like Vanguard is actually like zombies related.
I got you. Yeah, yeah. Um, dude, Vanguard. Alright, I'm not saying it's completely given up hope on, because like the game looks really good, and a lot of mechanics in it look like really cool. But there's no round-based zombies, so yeah,
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, like I didn't even play it. I just seen a million people commenting and saying shit like it's so fucking garbage. Like that's all I've been seeing.
like I think the multiplayer is pretty good. The multiplayer, I mean, I played the
I
beta
mean,
for the
not, yeah, no,
multiplayer.
the multiplayer is
I
it's
liked it.
alright. Like it's okay. Like it's not amazing or anything, but like
It's better than Cold War multiplayer, bro. Fuck Cold War multiplayer. Jesus, man. What a garbage game. Dude, I just like I don't know. Cold War multiplayer, like you could spawn in and have your entire team killed by two Simtexes, like just getting thrown across the fucking map. Or have some dumbass gun. Like, dude, I don't understand at what point in Call of Duty where they like, okay, we're gonna start adding assault rifles that two-shot people. When the fuck did they decide to add that? Because it wasn't in BO2, like it wasn't in BO3.
no, dude, like
Assault,
that's like the problem with Vanguard. It's like the fucking guns kill so fast. Like you insta kill people, man, and
dude.
that's
Have you
why
seen that
like
guy who got a
they're
nuke in
like
like
they're doing the same thing with
25 seconds?
they're doing the same thing with multiplayer that they did with fucking zombies. Like they're just giving it to like the
Butchering.
casual player. Like they're biased toward the casual player where like they're making like the guns kill so fast and so like these really bad or new players can get kills easy, you know, because like the guns kill so
Yeah.
fast.
Dude, Codename Pizza tweeted about this. He was like, "Why do they keep like like catering towards the casuals? Like the casuals are gonna leave. There's a reason they're casuals. The hardcore players that've been there since World at War BO1, we're still here. Cater to us, not the fucking idiots who like, oh my god, new Call of Duty. I'm gonna play some zombies for a couple hours today.
Yeah. Like I said,
No
like I don't know. I think their mindset is like more people will buy the
money.
game and stuff like that. They'd rather have more people buy and play the game than have the game be good. Even though like
Yeah,
I don't even understand it to be honest. Like COD has been on like a downhill slope forever now, and the games like it just feels like they just don't listen to the community at all. It's fucking
they
weird,
don't.
man. It's weird. Like you think like they would be like, okay, so everyone is saying this about our game, so we should fix this. No, they don't give a fuck. Like
Nah, they're like make that shit
they
worse.
seriously don't give a fuck, and it's actually fucking retarded, man. It makes zero
The
sense at
only time
all.
they've give a fuck as of recently is when they actually listened to the high round community and then they like made Cold War Zombies harder, like where you couldn't fucking camp like a bitch the entire game. And then casual was like, "Oh my god, it's too hard." And within a week they reverted it back.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
So I
Dude,
do.
like you look at any other game, you look at Apex, you look at Fortnite, even like probably like the new Halo, you look at any of them and like if they get like hundreds of complaints, what are they doing? They're changing their game, right?
Yeah.
Not COD. COD's like,
No, COD
nah,
is COD.
fuck you.
COD is
Play the game.
yeah. No, it's weird, man. Because like they were so good at making good games. Like they made good games before, like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, like Modern
Even
Warfare
BO4 was
2.
pretty
Like, I don't know
good.
if you played like the Modern Warfares like early on.
Oh yeah.
Like those were good. But it feels like I guess Black Ops 4 wasn't that bad either. Black Ops 4 was decent.
Yeah, I mean, but BO4 wasn't too
Like
bad.
it
A lot
had
of people give it
Blackout,
shit.
like Blackout was cool. The zombies, yeah, it wasn't the best, but it was better than Cold War. It was better than Vanguard. Like it wasn't a terrible game. It was like a well-made game, but a lot of
Yeah.
games that are coming out now are just garbage. And
But also BO4 had no budget. They had See, the crazy thing about BO4 is their team gave up on them. They did not like they had like a small ass budget, and then like right after they released Tag, like they had to rush to put out Tag, and then right after they released it, they was like, all right, we gotta start working on Cold War.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they would have stuck with it. BO4 was such a good idea, but I think the thing that turns me off from a zombies game the most is the health cap.
Yeah.
There's never been a health cap until they started that BO4 shit. And then they're just kind of like carrying it on, like, no, enough, no, stop the health cap.
Yeah.
Go back
Nah.
to original zombies, add traps into the game, make sure they work. So that was the thing with BO4. Like, you had a mode where you could have health cap zombies and then non-health cap zombies, but the traps didn't fucking work. So how are
Yeah,
you
no.
supposed to kill past like round 50?
Dude, I feel like this has happened with so many like games and so many even like movies and like or like movie series where it's like it starts off with a really really good idea and then like they just like the longer it goes on like they feel the need to like update and like
Change a whole
add
bunch
like
of
this
shit.
new shit into it when like they don't need to like stick to the shit that made this game good. Like you don't need to add in like all this randomness and change the game a lot when you already like you already had that like original like really good idea for a game. And I feel like they just feel they need to like not make the same game every year. Like they need to just like mix it up, mix it up. I feel like they should kind of do like they should just try to make a game that is sort of like what Halo did with Halo Infinite, where they just spend years developing it, making sure it's good. Kind of like take everything from the old CODs, like what made the old CODs good, and put them into that one game, and then just have that one game be like the Call of Duty for like years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I bet you no one would have a problem with that.
No.
That's the craziest part. I bet you if they was like, all right, we're gonna release a game where we listen to all of your comments, right? We're gonna make this game how exactly y'all want. We don't care about anything. We're gonna make it how y'all want it, but it's gonna take 3 years to make, and then we're not gonna make another one for at least three
Just take
years.
everything that made the old CODs good, like the zombies, the multiplayer, the guns, the maps, all everything that we want, and just make one game that has like what we want, but make that one game like last for years. Don't come up with a don't come out with a new COD the next year. Like don't rush it. Just let that one game be the game.
Yeah,
Um,
just kind of like throwing some DLC content like
yeah,
every
like
couple
update the
months.
game, DLC, like the battle pass, like just update it. Bring in new game modes, like bring in new maps, new
Dude, I've said
guns.
this since BO3. Why don't they make a game literally called Call of Duty Zombies, and it's literally Black Ops 1, 2, 3, all put together, and then more maps.
I mean, they sort of tried doing that with BO3, right? With Zombie Chronicles, right? Or like they did not the BO2 maps, but like they brought all like the BO1 maps over to BO1 and World at
Yeah,
War maps into BO3, like the giant, like Verrucht. I think that's like the closest thing we've gotten to it.
yeah. But that's not like, I mean like all the maps, like, I mean Nuketown, Call of the Dead, all of them, like, combined together. Like, I mean, put them. Even BO4, put them all in the BO3 engine. Just literally, it would be such an easy game. You just literally copy and paste Black Ops 3,
Yeah, no,
all
I
those
think that's like the
maps,
thing
you
they need
put
to
it
do
in.
too. Like they can't use like the Vanguard or the Cold War engine. Like they need to use like what like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. Like I don't want to have like I don't want to be playing Kino der Toten and have it be like how Vanguard or Cold War is played. Like I want to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Kino how BO1 was played, but like I'm a, like or BO even if it was BO2 but it was Kino Tone, I'm fine. If it was BO3, but not like this new shit. Like, I just want to feel like
No,
it's old
hell no.
zombies, make it feel good. Like I'm not
Yeah.
playing Kino Tone on like Cold War where it's like they
Ring of Fire.
yeah, it's just stupid shit that doesn't need to be in the game in the first place.
Like wonder weapons aren't even wonder weapons at this point. It's just like just basic regular weapons, just pack a punch, and it's just like there you go. That will last you to around 200.
Yeah, just pack a punch and
Whereas
yeah, dude, like
BO 2, 3, 1, what it were, like go ahead and try using weapon pass, like a regular weapon pass, like around like 25. Go ahead, bud. It's not gonna fucking work. You need BO3, you gotta have AATs or a wonder weapon. BO2, gotta have a wonder weapon. BO1, gotta have a wonder weapon. Like,
even like I think
that's what I liked
BO2 and
about
like
it.
BO3 like had cool ideas where um to get that wonder weapon you can do like you gotta like find parts around the map and put them all together like the acid gat for
Yeah,
a mob or I guess like the jet gun but like transit was such a like shit map but like they had like an idea like you could tell like transit like was a cool idea at first but it just didn't work
it's a
out.
good idea. It's
um
like it still is, but it just doesn't
it's a
have the
cool idea, right? It is a cool idea. Like riding a bus around the map, there's all these different maps and locations you can go to. You got to put parts
they made it
together to like make
too
the.
big for
To,
their
there's a
engine.
bank, right? Like the bank was cool. Bunch of cool ideas, but yeah, like back then it was on the Xbox 360, and like making a map like that on the 360, it just isn't gonna be good, just because like you're
Yeah.
limited to like what you can do. Um, that's why they put all like the fog on the map, right? Like
Yeah,
the
because
fog
their
was on the
engine,
map because like without the fog, the map would just crash probably. Because like the fog is there, so you don't need to like load the map, right? Because you can't even see it. So you just keep the fog on the map, so you don't. So like the map doesn't have to like load. So you can't like see in front of you. Um,
it's there as like a filler
yeah.
because that all the fog and everything was meant to be filled up with like parts of the map and everything. Um,
But they
there
just
was
could.
supposed to be a second bus route you could
Yeah,
go
they were just
on.
limited, right? To what they could do.
They their engine limited them, so they did the best that they can, and they still came out with. I mean, Trent is still like
I feel like if they waited to like Black Ops 3 for transit, like that would have been cool. Because like think about Black Ops 3, like Revelations, like you're just teleporting to sort of like what Revelations was. Like you're just teleporting to different maps, um, and shit like that. Where it's like they could have made transit on BO3, it probably would have been really good. Um,
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you take like all the BO1 maps, all the BO2 maps, the BO4 maps, you throw them in the BO3 engine, you kind of like tune up the engine a bit with like what we didn't like about it. You know how good that would sell? Like and then after you do that, you release it.
because the BO3 engine is new enough to the point where it's like it. It's not like BO1 or BO2 where it's like that shit's old. Like it's just that's just old
Old,
engine.
outdated, and has a
It's like
whole
yeah,
bunch of
it's just
problems.
yeah. Like the BO3 engine, I feel is like more modern and like
It's that
more like
balance that we
it's
needed between
balanced.
super old and super
Yeah.
new. It's the
It's
balance.
like a perfect balance where like casual players will love playing it. Like I can totally see like why a casual player would hate playing BO1, but like or BO2, but like BO3, it's like it's really good with like the gobble gums and how the maps are and like the sliding and like the wonder weapons. It's really good for casual players, and like that's why like a BO3 engine is the perfect mix. Like it's literally like the perfect mix between like I think that's what like we would need um for a good game, like for like a speedrunning game, a competitive high rounding game, or like a casual game or for Easter eggs. Like it's the perfect engine.
The thing is, after they release it, they can like every couple months just add a new map.
Yeah.
Or literally, I'm telling you, Vex, this is the best idea. You know how there's like people who make custom maps? Hire them. Hire them to go to Treyarch. They make great fucking maps. Give them all the tools, and then let them direct a team to make a map. I bet you we'll have some bomb ass zombie maps.
Because a lot of those custom maps are fucking better than the actual maps.
Yeah,
Yeah, like we're like just hire a fucking team to make maps for a zombies game,
dude,
and
hire someone like, dude, what is his name? He used to make all these maps for Spudley. Can't remember his name. Dude, hire him. Have him direct a team, and then just instead of like having him like reuse assets, like have his team make new shit to his ideas. Like crazy things. Like there's so much possibility you could do with zombies. Like, dude, I thought of this a while ago. Like a
it's
zombies
crazy.
map
It's
that
crazy how much possibility there is, but they end up putting out these shit fucking games every year.
yeah,
Like it's
like
fucking
dude,
crazy, man. They just ruin the opportunity and like possibility they have by putting out
like
Cold War zombies and Vanguard zombies. Like, are you
but
kidding
you know
me?
how cool it would be to have like a zombies map in the museum? Like, could you think of that? Like, and then
Oh,
like
that would
your
be cool.
boss rounds are like fucking like dinosaurs or some shit like that's just like an example. There's so much stuff you could do with it. Like, fuck the story shit. No one cares about the story anymore. If you care about the story, stop living in 2015. Enough. Done. It's over.
Dude, I stopped
Whatever. They
following the
died.
story after Black Ops 2. Like, once I got the Black Ops 3, it
Yeah.
started to get all over the place, like, just too complicated for me to even understand.
Dude, just like fuck off with the story. Enough with it. The story's over. Leave it dead. Literally, the beginning cutscene of these new maps should just literally be them all dead. That's it, and then it just cuts to the map,
Just show Nikolai, Rita, everyone just dead in a grave. Just show their tombstones. They're fucking dead.
and then just have a pop up message be like, "The story is fucking over. Get over it."
And then, yeah, because we don't need a story to play zombies. We don't need one. Just
No,
make a zombies map, put some characters in there. Just we can play.
add
We
some
don't.
Easter eggs. Like I bet you Noah J, Lex, Dalek. I bet you all of them they will love that. Like they don't have to connect to the fucking story or finish chaos story. Like where with
Make
the
some
what?
make some good ass Easter eggs. Don't make an Easter egg that people can solve in the first hour the game is out. Okay?
Yeah, dude.
You
Like
gotta
make
make
like a
an Easter
Horizon Connect
egg
Easter egg.
that takes fucking like I want to see people on live streams and tweeting out like, "Oh my god, I don't know what we don't know what the fuck to do now. Like what the fuck? Like how do we get by this part?" Like I want it to be like a hard Easter egg where it's like it actually feels like everyone in the community is trying to figure that shit out. And it's one big thing where it's like I don't know if you remember in like BO3, it was like a big thing in like BO2. It's like BO2 Easter eggs when Transit came out and like Barrett like it was like they were sort of like hard to they were hard to they were hard to figure out with like in BO2 like just starting off with like the steps and
Yeah. Do you
everyone in the community
remember?
was like everyone in the community was streaming like just trying like experimenting on the maps and like figuring out what the fuck to do.
Do something like World War II did. Like, do you remember World War II? You had the Final Reich, right? It literally would walk you through the Easter egg, right? But then there was a hardcore Easter egg. And I'm not even kidding, the difficulty between the original Easter egg, my little brother could do the regular Easter egg, right? And then like the like hardcore Easter egg, that shit was hard as fuck, dude. You had to like remember there was a part you had to like get a sword, then you had to upgrade the sword, right? But you had to literally stand in this tiny ass box and you had to get kills with it. And like every time you got hit, like your health wouldn't regen. Like that shit was hard.
Yeah.
Do something like that. Like have an easy one and then a hard one. Like the actual Easter egg and then just the kind of dicking around one.
Yeah, like it's
But
just yeah, it's just crazy how they manage to fuck it up every year now. Where it's like me and you, like we know what the fuck to do. Like me and you were like, okay, this is how you make a good zombies game, and me and you aren't game developers. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like these
yeah,
guys should know what the fuck to do.
like
Like
dude,
it's not
dude,
hard.
hire a 5 and 5, dude. Honestly, hire that guy. Just hire him. Just hire him. I bet you will have a good zombies game by like 2022. Like hire 5 and 5.
Yeah, like the 5 yeah, like with BO1 remix, BO2 remix.
Hire
He's
505,
made a lot of cool
hire
shit.
like nightmares and things like isotopes or something. Hire all of them guys. Hire all of them. All the map makers and all that shit. Hire them. The mod makers, dude. Cause it. Oh my God, it's just so. I just don't understand.
What?
It's so simple to listen to the
Yes.
community
Yeah, no, like that's
and just like
yeah.
integrate it. Like the community does not give a fuck if we have to wait a year to have a good ass game. We don't care if we gotta wait 3 years. Like we wait 3 years for BO3, and guess what? People still play BO3. Guess what? People say BO3 is still the best
Yeah,
game, like in
BO3
their
is a
opinion.
very replayable game. Uh, like with like even like with the ranking system they had, like where you prestige like you prestiged and like you unlocked attachments for your weapons and like you would get to like 10th prestige and then you had to go to through all the like hundreds of levels to get to level 1,000. Like
Yeah,
that is really cool. Like people would literally just play all day just to get their rank up. Um,
yeah,
and prestige and get to like level because level 1,000 looks so fucking cool. And like you had all like these different like prestige emblems and you unlocked calling cards from zombies and put them in like your multiplayer calling card if you remember that. Like you do like an
yeah,
Easter egg on like Shadows or like Duras and Drake, you unlock like a calling card they could use
yeah,
in multiplayer to show everybody I did this shit. Like that, like BO3 is literally like the thing that like that's like the peak of what zombies should be forever. Like if
yeah.
anything, like BO3, I think they hit like that perfect mix where like they brought Zombie Chronicles in, like you can play all the old maps. Like yeah, you can play with Mega Gobblegums and
You can play
have these
without megas.
obviously like for the competitive side it is a little easy where you can like literally just buy a weapon off the wall and make it a wonder weapon. Like that is
Yeah, but
that
see, the thing about BO3 is it didn't force you to play like that. You could play without that.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like you could have different categories like BO3 has right now with no gums, no ATs.
Like BO3, there's so like BO3's categories are there's so many compared to like anything else. Like, dude, you have no ATs, and then you have no powers, then you have the Easter egg speed runs. Um, you have like
Just
the round
speedrunning in
speed runs,
general, like a lot of people just do the speedrunning in general. Like,
and then you got the super Easter egg speed runs. Like, there's so much you can do. Like, you got first rooms like with megas. Like, dude, first room megas, like that's such a cool idea.
yeah, and even though like I'm a BO1 player, and I don't even remember like the last time I've played BO3 high rounds. Like maybe like 5 years ago. I don't know, or like 3 years ago. I even though like I haven't played BO3 in a long time, and like my main game is BO1, I can totally see why BO3 is the better experience and like the better game. I just think BO1 is just like the game that just takes like the most skill and like you gotta like grind hundreds of hours of restarts to get that world record, like thousands of hours of time put in. And I think like the grind and like how hard the strats are and like the grind for like that world record game is what makes BO1 high rounding like just only high rounding better than any other game.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, like just but BO3 like everything else like round speedrunning, Easter egg speedrunning, it's much better. Um, so yeah, I mean, I wish they would just like copy BO3, but no, they gotta like change it every year, and
yeah.
I don't know even know why they feel the need to. Like, if they literally just kept it like BO3 was, we wouldn't even be talking about this. Like, they just literally
Yeah.
just needed to keep it as BO3 because it was like the perfect mix of like
I don't
casual
know
and
why they
competitive.
tried changing it so much. Like even with BL4, they was like trying to like integrate a little bit of change into BL4. I understand that, but like after you got that much backlash, you should have reverted back to BL3.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna.
I
Like I
think they
guess
want
they.
to. I think they want to make sure like every game that you play feels different. Like they don't want every game to feel like the same. But no, I think that's where like they fucked up. I think Literally just keep BO3 for zombies, and it's fine.
Yeah. Like I know a lot more people would pick BO3 over than Cold War. A lot of people.
99% of people.
Yeah.
It was
Even
yeah.
even the hardcore BO1 players. I mean, even the hardcore Cold War players, if they play BO3, I bet you they'll pick it over Cold War.
Yeah, like yeah, it really is the best zombies game for sure. And I don't know why we're getting games like Vanguard and Cold War when they already know they already made a really good game. They know how to make it, but they decide just to fuck it all up again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe there's something behind the scenes. Maybe they don't have the budget like they did in BO3. But I feel like you shouldn't need that big of a budget. Like, couldn't you just like take the engine and just reuse it?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they should do. Just reuse the BO300, even though like they never will. Like they would have done it already. Like that's what they should be doing. I'm doing this video
Or
then
just
still, okay?
like re-up the like BO3 engine like they're trying to integrate everything into like the new consoles and PC gaming and all
And
that.
that should make the games better theoretically. Like you're getting
Yeah.
better. You have way more you can do on the maps with these new consoles and with the PCs compared to what you could do to Xbox One. Like just like a straight up Xbox One compared to like a Series X or like a PC. Like there's a lot more shit you can do, and like they still somehow make shittier games than they did 5 years ago.
Yeah. All right, I have a question though. When do you think would be the point to where they start like, you know how when you got there was a point in like the PS3 when they released like when they stopped releasing games that would be compatible with last gen consoles. When do you think that's gonna happen?
Um, did Vanguard come out on the PS5 or PS4?
Yeah.
Um, probably in the next few years, I
You think
assume.
it's gonna be like a couple more years before that
I think
happens?
probably like a year or two, before like they probably stop putting games on the One and the PS4 maybe.
I
Um,
got you. They are also like stronger
but
consoles, like a
maybe I'm,
lot
but maybe
stronger
I'm, but
than
maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I could be wrong because I feel like there's still like a fuck ton of people who play on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 to the point
yeah,
where they're gonna be missing out on like sales if they don't put the game on those consoles. So maybe I'm
yeah,
wrong because like the 360 was complete shit to the Xbox One, where it's like the Xbox One
yeah,
can still run those games, but it's just probably just doesn't run well.
yeah.
And they need to like
Xbox One
optimize the games
and the
for
new
those
Xbox, I
consoles.
can tell you, like, personally, there's such a big difference. Like, I mean, you have no load times on the Series S. You, like, they don't cap your speed, your internet speeds. Like, PS4, they'd cap your internet speeds like, a little bit before 300. You couldn't, like, go over, like, 300, like, download speed. Um,
Well, yeah,
there's just, like,
it's more
there's,
like a PC than it
they're
is an
tiny
Xbox.
little details, but you can notice them.
Yeah, for sure. But I think like the Xbox One and the PS4 are probably still good enough consoles. Like the 360 was like such a old console that you couldn't put. I remember like Black Ops 3 on the 360 was just a shit like completely different game.
Yeah.
I feel like you could probably still put a new Call of Duty on the Xbox One and have it feel like what the game should feel like. Um, it's just not going to run that well probably, um, and feel good, but you probably could.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I think you're right. I think the consoles just haven't been out long enough. I feel like it's probably be like
Yeah,
another
I still
year or
feel like
two.
there's like a lot of people who play PS4 and
But
Xbox One
there's a
who just
ton,
didn't
man.
even upgrade. Because like those two consoles have been out for so long that everyone has one, and like a lot of people just don't even care enough to upgrade, or they're just casual gamers, who just don't care about upgrading. Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of like eh. will play the newest games, but I'm not gonna buy a new console to do it. Which is understandable.
Yeah, like, if you're just like a casual gamer, like you probably don't like, you just don't care that much. You're just playing like story mode games or just, shit like that where it's just like you aren't like a competitive like if you're not like gaming a lot, it doesn't really
Matter.
yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Um, so what are your thoughts on the new Halo?
I think that they completely fucking destroyed Call of Duty this year in terms
I
of
think so too.
like how good the games are. I feel like they definitely they did everything that they needed to do. The game feels really good. I've played the game. Like ranked is fun. Like the maps are good. Like I just feel like they actually listened to the community.
Yeah.
Um, and
Well,
made like
someone
they sort
who's
of made like a Halo that um like it's sort of like the old ones like Halo 2, Halo 3, but like just modern.
I got you. Yeah, as someone who's like never played Halo, it's a really hard change learning the TTK. It's really hard
Yeah,
to kind of learn.
it's not like COD where you can just two bullet people. You gotta like hit your shots.
Yeah, like you gotta like hit your shots and like use like melee and like dude, you know how many times I get fucking meleeed in Halo? I'll have this motherfucker like a clip and a half deep and he'll just come up and smack my ass. Just and I'm dead, dude. And I'm just like, "What? What do you mean?" But I'm also I never played like I never got to play like Halo back in like the old days or anything. So,
Yeah,
but as
Halo
someone
is
like a
way
first time, I feel like it's a really good game for like a first time player.
yeah, no, it's I mean their last game was Halo 5 and that came out in like 2014 or 2015, I want to say. So like they spent like 5, 6 years making this game. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I can see the effort into it.
yeah. Where it's like
One thing I do
they sort
have
of did
though,
what like we wanted like COD to do, where it's like they just put all the resources into one game and just made that one game as
listen,
about as good as they can.
yeah. Something I didn't like though is this is probably just a console thing, but when you put your settings on equality over performance, you're playing like 25 FPS. Like it looks really bad. But the game also just came out. I'm not like going all in for it, but um I feel like that should have been like a bit more tuned or not been added in. Especially for consoles. Like consoles really like 60 FPS is like kind of like the point to where we're like anything past that you're kind of like no. Pushing like high like standards like 4K and 120 hertz, it's kind of pushing it for a console.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a good game. I like it, and I feel like it's good for beginners as well. Anyone who's have any
I mean,
FPS like
also
experience.
it's free to play. Like anyone can download it and play it, which is good,
Yeah,
right? I think what they try to do with that is like they're trying to make like a long-lasting game that people will play, and like that's why they made it free to play. Like if you make it free to play, a fuck ton more people will play the game just because it's free. Like you don't like why not download it? Like you don't have a reason. It's not like $80. Like I've never played Halo
yeah.
before. Do I really want to spend $80 on a new Halo game when I never played one before? They made it free to play, so like anyone like you just don't have like a reason not to play it. It's just like I'll give it a shot. Why not? It's free to play, and I think that's a really that's like that. Like I said, they're doing everything right, man. Um, over at Halo, and I think that's sort of what I hope COD follows in their footsteps. Sort of see what they did and maybe copy them. Just focus on one game. They probably won't. It's COD, but take the
They're just money
community's
hungry.
take the community's responses, what we want with a game. Halo, like the last one that came out was in like 2014 or 2015. Like they spent like 5 years making this game. Like do some shit like that where you just like
Yeah.
polish a game, make it like as good as you possibly can, what the community wants. Make it free to download. I don't give a like they are money hungry, but if you want a game to last, like make it free to play and then just put like a battle pass in, put like DLC in, make people buy that
Yeah,
shit.
like put like a shit ton of like micro like transactions.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
people don't mind. Like that's the thing. That's what made Fortnite so popular, right? It's free to play. You can sit there, you can enjoy Fortnite as much as you want. And you ain't gotta pay anything. But it's something around running. It's like it's something else running around as a fucking nutcracker shooting people. Like, you know, they made a shit ton of money off a game that's literally free.
Yeah, and I think Fortnite was sort of like the start of that. Like they were like if I remember, like they're like the sort of like the first ones to ever like go down that route where like they made the game free to play and um they just put like a bunch of microtransactions in the game with skins for your characters and shit like that. And like it was
Yeah,
like so popular. Like Fortnite was like the shit and
and it
so
was
popular.
balanced too.
Y-
Like everything about it was balanced. Like it was unlike BO4. Like BO4, like they had a whole bunch of microtransactions, right? And like I don't know if you've ever played BO4 multiplayer, but like how stupid OP the DLC weapons are is retarded. Like they literally have a gun that's a literal death machine that two shots you, but you have
Yeah.
to pay for it. And it's crazy. You have people literally running around with this weapon, just destroying people.
Yeah, no, that's not how you do it. You don't make like an OP weapon. Like you don't make people pay for like an OP weapon. Like that's stupid. Like but for like skins or like camos,
Like
um
BO2 did it as well. BO2 had all it had all the little like the little $2 camos you can buy.
yeah, like they brought yeah, I remember that. They they brought like Afterlife into multiplayer, which is cool. Um
Like the
they bought
115 and
the
then
Pack a Punch camo. Yeah, like they
yeah.
yeah, and they made probably a fuck ton of money from that. Like I bought a lot of them.
Yeah, I did too. Like if you played any BO2 multiplayer, you saw some motherfucker running around with the Afterlife camera, you was
Dude,
like, I gotta get this
remember
shit.
like this cyborg camo? Like this cyborg was
Oh
cool.
yeah, the trick shot
Yo, no,
camo.
dude, weaponized 115. Okay, like
Yeah.
that was sick. Just sort of do that where it's just like you put like a bunch of microtransactions in the game. Like you'll make a fuck ton of money. You'll have a fuck ton of more people playing your game because it's free to play. Like you'll never not have a fuck ton of people playing your game. And
I'm pretty sure, but I think Vanguard, like something I gotta give to them, I think they're making it free to play. Like the multiplayer, I think they're doing that with it.
no, I don't think so.
I heard, I mean, I've heard a lot about it. They're making the multiplayer free.
Well, if that's true, then I just got ripped off at $80. So I spent $80 for the multiplayer. So
You shouldn't have spent any fucking dollars at that.
yeah, no, I shouldn't have fucking
I
bought
thought it was
that
gonna be
game.
good, man. But I mean, you don't know. I mean, they could release some round-based maps and they'd be really good. So I don't I don't like judging games until I've played them entirely. Um, I mean, I've played the entirety of Cold War. I don't like Cold War. I can say that. I played BO. I used to shit on BO4 so much, and then I bought it, and I was like, I um, I bought all the DLCs for it. I was like, I ain't never played these maps. We're gonna play them, and I was like, dude, holy shit, I'm having a lot of fun. So, you know, I guess I something my advice is if like just don't judge a game until you've put time into it. Like when you know a game, like all right, so like me, I I have a lot of hours in Overwatch. I know Overwatch, right? Um, I can like judge. I feel like I'm able to judge the game properly Like same with like BO1, BO2, like BO3. I have a lot of hours in them. Like I feel like you can actually judge a game properly once you have a lot of hours in them.
Dude, I don't know. I think sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes you can just tell if the game's fucking bad. But yeah, I see what you mean, I guess.
But I mean, I said Cold War was shit for the longest time. I mean, I still think it's garbage, but um, like it's not like complete like it's fun. It's fun to play. It's shit, but it's fun to play. Um, and
Yep.
I always said it just wasn't fun, and then I played it a bit, and I was like, it's fun to play, but it's not a good game. Like I wouldn't
I
pick it
feel like
over
with
like BO1
Vanguard,
or
they can
2.
just tell like right away playing it. It's just not a good game.
Yeah, to be honest, Vanguard doesn't seem fun. It doesn't look good. I mean, I've played the multiplayer for it. It was okay, but then they didn't balance anything out. Like if you ran around in the beta, I don't know if you played the beta, but it all it was just running around with the same gun like the entire time, and now it's just the shotguns and ugh, it's like the Brecci all over again.
Yeah, also like there's like the breakable things on the map now where you can like punch out like a wall or like punch out like a
Yeah,
window,
like
which I just don't think that
mm,
fits Call of Duty. That's just never
no,
been like
keep
a
that shit
Call
in
of
Rainbow.
Yeah, like that's just never been like a Call of Duty thing. Um, so I don't even know why they added that. Again, I just feel like they feel the need to mix it up when they don't need to. Um, and I think a lot of the maps are actually pretty bad in that game too. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
said, like you gotta make a Call of Duty that feels like Call of Duty. Um, and what made Call of Duty good. And like they just keep adding this stupid shit. Like I just don't understand it. Why even add the breakable things on the map? Like that's never been in Call of Duty before. Like why do it now?
why add it
When
now? Yeah.
uh, that's not what made your games good in the past. Like no one ever complained about like in the past like, "Oh,
Oh my God, I wish I could
I wish
fucking
I could
break this
break this
door
wall
down.
down, dude. I wish I could just smash this window open, man.
I
God,
wish it could be like fucking Rainbow, man.
this
God.
is so unrealistic. Oh my God. Like no one ever said that. Like why do you got to do it? It
Dude, like just add, dude, literally, alright, this is something that's pissed me off since like BO4. Where the fuck has high caliber went?
I mean, that
Like,
was
do
like
you
a
remember that
headshot
in BO2?
attachment.
Like that was your thing. If you no FMJ. If you wanted to shoot someone through a wall, you had FMJ. That that was it. You had an attachment. You
Yeah.
complained about someone hiding behind a wall, you put out a gun with FMJ on it. That's it. But no, not now.
Yeah, no, it used to be so simple with like the
Now
attachments. Like,
you
oh,
can
you put
just
a red dot on. You know, now it's just like, oh, there's like
put a
15 different.
laser
There's like 20 different
on.
attachments for each part of your weapon. Like under barrel, like there's all this. Like
Yeah, like
it's
that's
so
such a
complicated
dumb
now.
thing.
Yeah, like they're like just branching away from what made COD a
The
good
pick
game,
10,
and
like they're just like changing like
and
what COD is, and it's kind of
they're
sad.
lucky that like Call of Duty is a big they have like a big enough fan base in the first place that
Where they can fuck up.
they can fuck up multiple times because like Call of Duty has been like the
Yeah.
biggest thing forever, so like they can fuck up and have it be okay. Whereas like if they were just like let's just say it wasn't Call of Duty Vanguard, let's just say it was called Vanguard, didn't have Call of Duty in front of it. I'm sorry, but no one is playing that fucking game. I just I don't think anyone's
Yeah.
playing it, man. Like it's a shit game. So yeah, they're just lucky. And but if they keep this up, man, like what's gonna happen is what's gonna kill COD is a bunch of other games being better than COD, probably. So like people have like
Yeah.
another like game to play other than COD. It's like why play COD when I can play Halo Infinite, sort of right now.
Yeah.
So I think if they keep
Why
this
play
up with
COD when I can play Apex or
yeah,
something?
like
Like
if they keep this up with making like
it's
these
already happening.
these shit games, like people are just gonna like stop playing that and like play the games that were actually developed properly, like Halo or like Apex, like Valorant, um, people are just gonna stop playing it. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. There's not a lot to say. It's kind of the episode was just kind of us just like spitballing like different things, and that's kind of like what we did. Do you have anything else you want to add to the episode?
um, I mean, we can talk about burnout. I think that's like the only thing else we said that we're gonna talk about, but
I think we should save Burnout for another episode. Someone who's like extra. I was thinking like getting like equal or something on like someone who's like I feel like it's
experienced
I
it.
mean yeah, I feel like someone who's like it's hit them hard. Um Zamba's a perfect example for Burnout. Like I mean the guy's when's the last time you seen him play?
Well, he's not playing right now because his PC is fucked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah, he's.
I thought he was just playing like Vanguard and Halo.
No, he'll be back in like a few weeks. He told me.
Oh. Well, I still feel like I mean he even loaded up BO3 to kind of like counter that. I really think like we should save that for another episode though.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, I think unless Vex has something else to say, I think we're gonna end it there. You cool
Nope.
with that?
Yeah, we can end
All
it.
right. Well, we thank all of you for watching. Like we said, this is literally just like a spitball episode. Um, that we kind of keep y'all entertained, but we have a lot of big things coming up. A little insight, um, of like what's going to be going up on the channel. We have one with Krups. I want to get one with Cryptic, maybe Nick Zombies, maybe Johnny J, um, Zomba Live. We'll see who else. Anyone else? Leave them down in the comments if you like want to like see someone on the podcast. As well as on the channel. Um, we're gonna have the Kino breakdown coming soon. Um, then we have another secret episode of something that I'm thinking about. The project I kind of want to start. Anyways, if you liked it, tell us, let us know. Like you said, this is kind of just like a quick spitball episode for y'all to just listen to, enjoy a little bit until we can have some more guests on and stuff. If you haven't watched the Mike episode though, I'm gonna yell at you. It's our best episode. Go watch it. Anyways, guys, thanks. Love you. Bye.